Hey everybody, it's me here again. It is currently about 2:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, we'll go with that. 2:30 in the afternoon on Wednesday, February the 22nd. It is a beautiful day here in Accra. Hot as ever, as it always is. Like, I'm sure it's probably about 42 degrees with the Humidex, but you guys would be able to tell me that. So, yeah. On to today. And today is Wednesday, and Wednesday basically means for the kids that it is worship. So they do it Wednesday and Sunday, like they do it twice, and I'm thinking that might be a little excessive, but hey, like to each is his own, right? So we had worship, and they actually sang some pretty catchy songs. Like I was sitting there like, oh damn, these are good, kind of thing. I don't know why I tried to sound black there. I apologize for that. Sorry. Yeah, but then they decided, let's tell the story of Moses, or the first part anyway, and they're going to tell the rest next week. But there were, like, some things that I was just, no, that's probably not right. Like, I don't think, no, that's not the way the story goes, but we'll go with it. Again, I'm not exactly a person who studies the Bible every night, so those of you who do, please don't get too mad if I get this wrong. But this is just how I have learned it. And mind you, that was from like the Ten Commandments, the movie, and, you know, Disney's Prince of Egypt, I think it was. Is that the story with? But anyway, not important. That's where I learned it from. I didn't really read the Bible as a kid, as most of us didn't. But not important. Anyway, so as they told the story, there were certain things like, no, I don't think that's right. Like they said that Moses was discovered by the king's daughter, and I was like, I thought it was his wife. No, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't remember him having like a sister once he was adopted, but that's just me personally. I don't know. Yeah, and then they were saying how like an Israelite was fighting an Egyptian, and then Moses basically kicked the crap out of him and killed him with the stick, and I was like, I remember him pushing the Egyptian off because he was whipping a slave, and it was like over something stupid. Anyway, not important. And then the one that was like, okay, no, I know that's wrong, is they said he went to his mother's place every once in a while. He would sneak off and go to his mother's place and read the Bible. And I was like, okay, no, that's wrong. I'm sorry. There's no way that can be right. The Bible was written in like, I don't know, it was finally put together, I think, around 300 AD, and you historians, like history buffs out there, can probably correct me on that, but I know that's when the Catholic Church was formed, and they decided which books to be put into the Bible, and the oldest one in the New Testament was the book of John, I think, and that was 45 AD. Again, history's not exactly the best, but and again, you guys can double check that if you really want to, or you can just take my word for it. Both probably not good ideas, but we'll move on. So yeah, I was thinking that's wrong. That's just historically that is physically impossible because Moses was around like 1000 AD and that kind of stuff. So I was just okay, if you say so, sure. But anyway, so we moved on from there. What was after that? Well, we went into class, and since Larissa is now at my placement, we've been talking during the breaks and all that kind of stuff. And I've actually been getting one exercise that I've been doing, and you guys can say that's a bad idea or that's a great idea. I don't really care. I'm gonna do it anyway. Is what I've been doing is I've got some notebooks that my parents have shipped me from home. By the way, Mom, Dad, if you're watching this, maybe could use some more. If, Mom, you have some and you're willing to ship them out here, it wouldn't be a bad thing. I know that the school could always use more, and especially for my kids, it would definitely help. But, yeah, so just forgetting that for now. Mom, that was just a side note for you. But getting back on topic, what I've been doing is every day, at the beginning of the day, first thing they do is, okay, everybody grab your book. I've got it. Just here you go. That way I make sure that they don't lose it, because you'd be surprised how often they lose things. It's like, but you're like in the 4th grade. Come like, why is this? Anyway, not important. Personally, I don't know how some teachers keep all of their hair. It's ridiculous. At least that's what I'm learning right now. Anyway, back to my topic, which was writing. Yeah. Every day I get them to write for 10 minutes nonstop. I say, okay, you just have to keep writing. Just write about anything that you want. It can be your pet dog. It can be your soccer practice. It can be a trip that you've taken. Anything. Go for it. You choose the topic. I don't care. You pick. I will read. And so you can tell that there's not too much creativity amongst them because they've almost all, there's been 3 topics. It's either been themselves, a pet, or the school, and that's it. And with themselves, it's just, this is what I like to eat, this is what I like to play. And it's oh, okay. But there were some, I know there was 2 boys, Joseph and Walter, who said they were 14 and 15 respectively. And I was kind of are you sure? Because I'm teaching you 3rd, 2nd grade stuff. Why are you still here? You're 5th. I'm only 3 years older than you. And I don't know. Personally, for me, it's amazing that they call me sir. Because I just think back to home. And all of you guys who are my age, if you could imagine a 15-year-old calling you, 15, 16-year-old calling you sir, it would just be, no, you'd be, no, that wouldn't happen. Why would that ever happen back in Canada? They'd be go screw yourself. And you'd be, oh, okay, that's normal. No worries. But here they call me sir, and they're 15, and I was, wow, kind of, okay, you sure? Okay, I can get used to that, I think, maybe, I don't know. I'm rambling now. I'm sorry. Yeah, so last thing I wanted to talk about is right before I came home, I was teaching them, what was it? Plurals. I was teaching them how to make singular nouns plural in writing. And I'm thinking, okay, that's fairly simple. That's something I learned probably around grade 1 or 2-ish. And again, for those of you who are that's wrong, go ahead, say it. You're right, I'm probably wrong, because that's been a long, I think that's 10 years, 10, 11 years, something like that ago for me. So that's a long time. But yeah, so I thought that was fairly simple. But I spent probably a good 2 hours trying to explain what the difference, how to make a singular noun plural. And finally, by the end of the class, they're usually done at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And by 1:55, I said, okay, everybody understand? Everybody nodded their head. And I just, and I'm thinking, great, everybody understands. Finally, we can finally move on from this. And then I just asked one more time, just to make sure, does everybody understand? And if you don't, please raise your hand. And as soon as I said that, one of the girls who was not feeling well at all and was basically sleeping through the entire lesson put her hand up. And as much as I appreciated her being honest about that, I was just kind of, all right, because I was so close to having everybody understand, and I'm just going to deal with that tomorrow. And yeah, worry about that. Yeah, so I just got back from school about half an hour ago-ish, somewhat, kind of, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go with half an hour. Yeah. I'm insane. You guys all know that. That's all I wanted to talk about today. One last thing. Tonight is reggae night at one of the beaches, so we are probably going to end up heading to that. I don't know how late we're going to be, but I will probably be taking at least a few videos or pictures, which reminds me, when I go to the internet cafe to put this up, I will try to remember to put all my pictures up. For those of you who have been asking, I'm sorry, it's just every time that I've gone, it's yeah, don't remember. So I will try my best to put those up. Pictures from the reggae night, a few videos I will try and put up. I'll probably put that up on my YouTube channel. I might just put it on Facebook. Not sure yet. But you guys will have access to it. So, yeah, I think that's everything. Sorry that this one's a little long. Just had a lot I wanted to talk about today. So, yeah, as always, guys, I am Alex. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me, and I will see you guys later.